you've had a long flight and big time difference. How do you feel about getting up on stage tomorrow night?
It'll be all right. I've slept a lot, which is nice because I haven't really, I sleep very little when I'm in Mumbai and working. So it's nice. I got up on 16 hours of sleep.
Oh, wow.
It's a long flight.
So you're raring to go.
Yeah, I'm raring to go. I'll exercise, sweat a little, and then get on to work.
So what can all the fans here expect to see in the show tomorrow night?
You know, Bollywood shows are a little formatted. They are kind of similar. What we try and do is, you know, make sure that everyone who comes to watch it, they get enough time with stars on stage. So they don't get a break in between. You always have some actor or actress performing. And our shows are not, a few of us do that, not me, but few people actually sing. So we kind of do it, I keep saying it, Milli Vanilli kind of, you know, we just mouth the words. We don't sing, but we do the dances and stuff. Sometimes we include a skit or two, you know, kind of saying a story of a place that we are in. This time we don't have that. And there's a bit I do which is interactive, which I enjoy the most, where I, you know, kind of involve the audience. Sometimes it goes off very well, sometimes kind of all right. But
sometimes it falls flat.
Normally it doesn't. It normally doesn't. Depends who comes on stage. You know, if you're a fun person who comes on, because it's completely impromptu. It's not worked out before. The songs are, the sequences are. The fun part is sometimes, most of the time, it goes well. So hopefully, I'll get some fun people here to call on stage, and the ladies who are dancing, especially Madhuri and Rani, I think they're fantastic stars. They dance very well. They look very beautiful.
Okay, so you can look down the camera and ask for some fun people to come out on stage.
Yeah, please, all the fun people here in Auckland, come down on stage when I call upon you. Boys and girls, men and women, and even couples. So I'll work out. Hopefully we'll have some fun.
Cool. Okay, so there were some fans outside the hotel, but I know you came in a bit of a back way.
Yeah, they got me through some shady place here.
What happens? How mad does it go if they see you?
They're very loving, so they'll hug me and kiss me, and I normally tend to meet everyone whenever I'm especially abroad. I like to meet everyone, but sometimes if it's not too many people and doesn't get too disorganized, then I kind of meet everyone. I hug them, I shake hands, I'll sign autographs. But some places, yeah, it does get out of control. If you're shooting on the roads and people get to know, yeah, it does get out of control. But nobody hurts you. I mean, I'm okay as long as the work doesn't suffer. You know, if you're working on the roads, then I'd like to meet them all. So hopefully tomorrow, or even when I go out now, if I get to see them, then I don't know why they got me from the back entrance. I could have met them all.
And so obviously India, you're very famous, but is there any country now where you don't cause a stir?
I hope not. I hope all of them. Now see, the places I normally go to, like England or America, there's a huge diaspora. There's a lot of Indians and people from the subcontinent. Then even people in Malaysia, Indonesia, they kind of watch a lot of our films. The whole UAE, Morocco, now a little bit in Paris, I've heard, South America. So yeah, so Indian films are quite popular everywhere. So invariably, if you do announce some kind of activity and go, yes, you would bump into a lot of people who start watching Indian films. But if you go discreetly and quietly, but not in London and all, you know, because you have a lot of Indians there. You kind of, every second or third person is from the subcontinent. But I shot a film in Melbourne for about 60 days. That was kind of peaceful in terms of, but then when we're shooting in the stadiums and stuff, then Indians know and people know. And it's nice that there are a lot of non-Indians and non-subcontinent people who are watching Indian films. So places like Austria, Germany, even Sweden. You know, so it's interesting when you go there. I haven't been to South America for a long time, but I hear Suriname, you know, Guyana and Trinidad and Tobago. There's a lot of Indian culture seeping in. Yeah. So I don't know about the stir, but yeah, it's fun. It's nice. Yeah, it's nice to see, be born in the times or be working in the times when Indian films are doing well.
Yeah. And now I know that a lot of females are really into being your fans, but we were doing a bit in the hotel, and a lot of guys were saying that they were huge fans as well. So how do you manage to get them both to be fans of yours?
I try not. I try to swing both ways. Yeah.
Why do you think they like you so much?
I don't know. I know the girls like me a lot. They're very sweet, all of them. The younger ones, you know, when I'm like doing a public appearance or something, or launching a film, then I get to see women of all ages, mothers and grandmothers and little girls. So they kind of, I think they find me gentle and sweet, so they take on to me. The boys, guys, I don't know, maybe their girlfriends tell them to do so. so they have to listen to them. But I think it's also being away from the country. You know, you kind of, I remember my friends when they went down to study in America when I just finished college. So we were all, you know, brought up on Nikes and Casey Kasem and FM and, you know, Family Ties and Bill Cosby. But when they went there, suddenly they went into Indian classical music, Hindi movies, television from India, which we never used to watch. We were younger, we were trying to be more anglicized or westernized. But suddenly they would call me and say, you know, Shah Rukh, do you have Muhammad Rafi or do you have Lata Mangeshkar, these great old singers? And I was like, you know, suddenly how we've taken on to this music. I think it's something that attaches you back home. So I guess, you know, people in New Zealand or say in Australia or areas away from home, they kind of find some kind of a string attachment to the country where they come from. And so I guess boys and girls and even families, you know, like I hear a lot of times in England that parents tell me we teach Hindi to our kids by showing them your movies, you know, third generation Indians. So I think that kind of attachment is there. And yeah.
Oh, that's good. You're a teacher as well.
Yeah, see, I do everything.
So how do you tend to relax?
I don't. I work a lot. I like working. I like always working. If I take a day off, I get headaches. So I'm kind of I do one film a year, and even shows like this. You know, my kids would ask me. My son is in London, and he called me when I landed here, and he's like, "Why are you so far away? Why don't you just take a few days off?" I don't. I like working. I like the fact that I've been working for 22 years, and if I get an opportunity to meet people who have made me who I am, and I say that with utmost humility and modesty, that, you know, you need to thank people. You need to thank people by your work and say, okay, you know, they've seen my movies for 20 years. Some of them are grown up. So I'm like, you know, I get this opportunity. I should take it while it is there. And I like to work. I get excited with work. I like the fact that I'm performing, and it's something that has gotten into me over years. Normally, even family holidays and all, I'm completely, like my relaxing is like I'll just keep sleeping, and I don't want to, if I'm awake, then I need to work. So it's I think I'm cursed like that. I'm driven by the devil.
So we got in with management this morning doing a bit of filming with them, and so if you want any extras, we could maybe put in a good word for you. What could there be that would make your stay here perfect?
In terms of, sorry, I didn't get that.
Anything in your room, in the hotel, what is it that you like to have that makes your stay perfect?
Well, it's all there. It's very nice. I've got a television. I'm going to watch some stuff on that. I like the balcony here. The view is fantastic. So I'm quite happy. And the coffee machine is very good. I like coffee. Yeah, so coffee machines. Yeah, that's all I need. That's it. Coffee and love.
So as I understand it, you didn't come from the richest family when you were growing up. Do you pinch yourself sometimes now about how far you've come?
I've never measured my success in material. You know, even now when I work, I just keep working. Like I said, I've never really sat down. I have a lot of people working with me now. I have about 200 people who work in the company, and I have a lot of wonderful managers and, you know, what have you, everything's there. But I've never looked at myself in terms of material. I even say right now that when I work, I've never thought of, you know, work being for prosperity or posterity. I just keep working. I just like it for what it is right now. So no, never. You know, my kids are growing up well. They live in a big house. They have big cars. They have security. They have, you know, every luxury at the disposal. But what I try to keep checking is the fact that I just need to educate them well, let them understand that what I do is the hard work part of it is more important than all the peripherals that have come with it. So I don't think about the past at all. As a matter of fact, I haven't changed personally. Yeah, when I'm in front of the public, they'll give me flashy clothes. I'll do the stuff that I'm supposed to. I'll do the gig, but I'm not like that at all in real life. So my real life is extremely simple and straightforward, exactly like how it used to be. I mean, I wear my dirty shoes and my old jeans, and I don't like it any other way. Just before I came in, Pooja told me, at least wear a nice jacket. So I don't have any of the trappings of what I've gained materially. So because of that, I don't really pinch myself. I'm exactly the way I used to be. But I'm very grateful.
But you're staying in a very nice room.
Yeah, the room, I just told them. I told them this is such a wonderful room. I appreciate things that I get. Not that I use them. I don't know how to even use a room service. So I don't use most of the luxuries that I have. But I was brought here in a Rolls Royce, which was nice. Wow. I was like, wow, this is really a cool car. But I don't have any of those desires that I should have this. And, you know, because when you work 18 hours a day, a car is just 4 wheels.
So apparently you've got a butler up there even. What are you going to do with him?
He's good company. I'll have a conversation with him.
And so looking to the future, are there any particular roles that you still hope that you'll be able to play that you haven't done yet? Because you've done a lot.
Yeah, I've done well. Yeah, I like the stuff that I've, when I got into a position of choice, I think I've made more choices right than wrong, and done stuff which makes me happy. And even now, that's how I choose my roles. Like, this should make me happy, spending 100 days on a film, and everything else follows. And I've been lucky, I think. I've been fortunate. Most of them have worked well. Like the last film and the one before that, they've done well. And but when I think of it, first 10 years of my career, I used to think I should do this kind of role. I should do a comedic role. I should do an intense role. Every actor wants to do a role of a mad person and psychotic and some kind of ailment. So I've done all that. Those things I tried. I don't know how well I did them, but I did them. But now, over the last 7-8 years, I've decided, you give me a role and I'll try and make it a good role. Whatever you want me to do, as a director, as a writer, I find that more challenging than sitting and I have a big production house. I have a filmmaking unit. But I've never sat down and said, what, this is a desire that I need to fulfill as an actor. My thing is, it's more challenging or interesting or fun if you tell me, I see you like this. And something that I haven't seen myself like at all. And I'm like, okay, I'll try and fit the bill. I'll try and do it as well as you want me to. So any role that you give, and I'm not being immodest or arrogant about my acting technique. It's just that, okay, you give me something to do, you feel I can be, I'll try and do it to the best of my capability. Having said that, yeah, superheroes always on the cards, which I did about 2-3 years back. I want to do one more, till the bones last and I can jump and fly. I would like to do a boxer's role. I'm very keen on doing a boxing film. The boxing is not very popular in India, but I'd like to try that.
You could make it popular.
It's not been such a popular sport till a couple of people won gold medals at the Olympic or bronze medals. And but I want to try that. It's like pushing yourself. I find it a very interesting, lonely, scary and hurtful job, to be a boxer. So I find, I've seen and I like Muhammad Ali a lot, his life. I've read a lot about him. So something like that, and it'll push me, to learn something I know nothing of. And I'm pushing 48 now, so it'd be interesting to try and do that in a year or so.
What about The Hobbit? I think there might be one film left to make.
My son loves it. He's just given me the book and he's told me to see it on the flight. He said, please see it, it's quite cool and all. I haven't caught up with that one, but yeah, maybe come down. Actually, I would like to come down here and make a film in the VFX studio that you guys have here. I think that's an amazing job. I think the whole series of films that have come out from here are fantastic.
We'll get Peter Jackson's people to speak to your people. Might come up with something.
Yeah, I mean, I think I just pick up the phone, give him a call and say, Peter, I'm here, let's do a film. But he's an amazing filmmaker. I think even the whole venture into Tintin and the stuff that he's created here is awesome. It's actually very inspiring. I have a small VFX unit in my country, and I always think of things that people have achieved through their works, and Peter Jackson is right up there in terms of, you look up and say, yeah, this is inspiring. And I'm not saying that New Zealand is not a mega filmmaking country, but India is really big, and we should be, it's 1,000 films a year, the biggest filmmaking country in the world, in terms of numbers at least. And you say we haven't been able to achieve even half of what he managed here, and inviting people and showcasing such an amazing amount of not only technology, just the creativity behind it. So really fantastic. It's very inspiring to read about him and see his films.